Hey all, today's video is about LeetCode automation using N8N or N8N tool. So many of us start LeetCode strong, but most of us lose a consistency. So I personally also started LeetCode expecting to do questions and earn batches and be consistency over the period of time and be good in coding. So, but I also personally lose consistency. So to overcome this and to solve this problem, I recently built an AI LeetCode automation using N8N tool. So N8N tool is an open source workflow automation tool. Like many of us know Zapier for automation tool, but N8N is also an open source automation tool which helps to connect an APIs, webhooks, and services without writing any full code. Like we can directly use their services and APIs to automate our daily tasks. So I have done it using N8N automation completely. So I'll briefly explain how my lead code automation works. So to be consistency in solving problems in LeetCode, so I have done if I won't solve the daily question, it will give for every 2 hours it will give me a reminder email to my mail to solve the question, and it will also send an email. So in couple of minutes I will show like how it will be the message, how it will be sent to my mail. So we'll discuss like the how the workflow of my automation is there. So like let's start from a schedule trigger. So schedule trigger is nothing but like in the it have a parameter like trigger interval and days between triggers and trigger at hours and trigger at minutes. So like in how many hours, in how many minutes, and how many days of gap interval it should be executed and it should be sent. And we have an HTTP request here. In HTTP request we have many parameters like method, URL, and authentication. And mainly the here is a point we need to discuss it about. So we know that a LeetCode won't provide any user profile API. Like it won't provide any details about the user in an API, open API. So LeetCode is not about a open API source like we get on details from the APIs. So we need to have an LeetCode session, like I'm highlighting here, LeetCode session, and of an user which of a particular user. And we also want an CSRF token, we can see it here. So we need to have an LeetCode session and a CSRF token to have an LeetCode automation work smoothly. So I have an LeetCode session key and CSRF token of my profile. So I have integrated here for an HTTP request to get my details. After, I'm using an if statement where if active daily coding question and the user status. If the user status is not finished, status is not finished means if I have not done the daily question, then it will be true, and it will go to the edit fields, where in edit fields I have a message like this message will be sent to the email, the particular email. Don't forget to solve today's LeetCode daily question, and it will have a question and difficulty level and the link to the question. So this will be sent to the particular email where I am sending here. This is my email, like I will be sending to this email the message and the flow. So we will see it here. So once we will execute in live, so execute the workflow, and the workflow is executed, and we can see that the message is sent to an email. So we'll verify it. I will log into my email. Email is already logged in, so I'll go to my email, and yeah, it's there. So there is a mail to me, so that like don't forget to solve the daily question, and the maximum frequency of an element after performing operations 2 is the title of the question, and the difficulty level and the link. So I will click on the link, so it will directly open my LeetCode and the LeetCode profile, and it will show the question to solve the question. So if I solve it, and it won't the LeetCode automation, and this is the workflow of an LeetCode automation. And I also discussed about how I'm handling the HTTP request. Like we need to go to an element. So we need to go and inspect a LeetCode profile and go to networks and click on Control plus R. Refresh it and search in GraphQL. Go to set cookies and we can see a LeetCode session key here. So copy the whole LeetCode session key from here up to here and scroll it down more. And we can also see CSR token and copy CSR token also, and go to N8N automation. N8N automation, go to your workflow and click on HTTP request and remove the LeetCode session key and this token, and paste your personal session key and CSFR token in the workflow, like where I'll give a whole code of workflow in my description. Let's build an automation using N8N. Thank you.